Here's a swing and a drive, and goodbye baseball. Onto the roof. At the 328 sign above the Wendy's hamburger balcony, Carlos Santana, for the second time this year, has gone yard twice in a ball game.
You're cleared for takeoff.
Good evening and welcome in to Indians Minor League Magazine. I'm Al Pulowski with former tribesman Jason Stanford. And boy, Jay, a lot of moving around happening this week with the minor league system.
There's a lot of movement around. There's also a lot of great hits going on right now, good pitching. I mean, it's exciting to talk about right now, Indians minor league baseball.
And of course, here on the show, as we always do, we'll update you on every single team in the Indians minor league system. Also, we'll talk with K-Tribe manager Aaron Holbert on today's show. Later, Craig Dees sits down with reliever Rob Bryson, who was recently promoted to Kinston. He was part of the CC deal. Plus, meet this week's Diamond in the Rough, and you'll discover Josh Judy's Major League Idol. That should be pretty cool as well. All right, let's go down to I-71, head down to Columbus and check in with the Columbus Clippers. And as usual, Carlos Santana is absolutely tearing it up, punishing International League pitching. He's batting .310, 9 homers, 39 runs batted in, slugging .559. His OPS is almost 1,000.
The guy is on fire right now, and I think at some point the Indians are going to call him up sooner than later. You look over his last 10 games, too. He's got 4 home runs, 11 RBIs. But at home, he's hitting a ridiculous .358 at home. And then with runners in scoring position, he's hitting .413. I mean, he's insane right now. You see his home runs right now. I mean, that's just beautiful.
I think that ended up over the apartment building there. That's out in right field.
Awesome.
Some numbers here as well. Now, Josh Tomlin, he's set to start against Lehigh Valley on Thursday. That's a game you'll see here on STO at 6:30. The day starts with a live All Bets Are Off from 3 at the Frog Bear and a Wild Boar in Columbus. And STO will shoot 2 beer money shows, one at the bar and one inside Huntington Park during the game. That's coming up this Thursday, 6:30. So head down if you're in the Columbus area, or why not head down there? Join Bruce with All Bets Are Off and the gang, and then you can, of course, check out the ball game as well.
Well, that'd be a good matchup because you look at Josh. I mean, he's done very good this year. His career win numbers right now, 48 and 21 overall in just a short amount of time. Guy's got 13 scoreless innings right now, too. Let's build on that. He looks very good right now, and he could be one of those stoppers right now for the Indians up in the big leagues.
Yeah, a lot of the guys at the single A and double A levels now you're seeing start to funnel up to triple A. And of course, speaking of double A, let's go down to Akron now and check in with what's happening there. And we've had some promotions this week. First off, though, starter Scott Barnes looks like he's turning it around. Over his last 3 starts going into Monday, the lefty got from the Ryan Garco trade from the Giants has gone 1-1 with a 2.45 ERA.
Well, he's also held opponents to a 166 average. He looks very good now. He got off to a very slow start. He's starting to mix in his pitches a lot better. He looks a lot better his last couple starts, like you said, Al.
Now, it's good to see Scott Barnes picking it up. And of course, some bad news. Third baseman Lonnie Chisenhall has been placed on the disabled list. As you saw, his numbers drop considerably. He was batting around .370 in April for a while, so that's why that's probably the reason why with that shoulder. Nick Weglars, here's a promotion up to AAA Columbus. Nick doing everything the Tribe wants him to do, and he's right on track.
Well, Nick's done a great job this year. He's doing everything, like you said, that the Indians want him to do at the AA level, and that's when you're looking at the prospects, that the guys that are moving up to the AAA level, if the prospects can do very good in AA, they're probably going to do pretty good in AAA. He hasn't gotten any hits yet early on, but it's still very young for his career in AAA.
All right, speaking of promotions, let's go down to Kinston now, where we have another promotion from Kinston to AA Akron. Alex White has gotten the promotion. He was 2-3, but the ERA was .286. Pitched very well in Kinston. He was last year's top pick for the Tribe. Impressive in his Arrows debut as well, going 7 strong innings. Gave up only 2 runs on 5 hits. He also struck out 2. I mean, Jason, you don't like to get too excited about a guy, but right now it looks like Alex White is on the fast track to the big leagues.
He is on the fast track, and I think what the Indians did with Alex White is very good. In the past, they've moved their first-round draft picks, if you were a college kid, very fast through the system. They've taken a little bit more time with him, and it's good to see because now he's having success at every level, and that's what you want to see. They rushed Jeremy Sowers. He got up to the big leagues, had success, and now he's struggled. You rushed Jeremy Guthrie. He had success at the AA, AAA level, and then, didn't have success at the big league level. And now you're taking your time with Alex White, and it's great to see that. Very nice job. I give kudos to the Indians farmhand.
Yeah, and Alex White is a very, very promising prospect. Let's take a look now at some other prospects to keep an eye on. Matthew Langwell, he's a relief pitcher, put up some great numbers down there. You've got Jordan Henry, who has clobbering the ball. And Joe Gardner, here's a guy too, seems, I don't want to say he's come out of nowhere, but he really wasn't on many people's radar going into this year. Off to a great start.
Well, you're always going to get a player that's not one of your top prospects in a pitcher or position player. You look at Joe Gardner, he's done everything that the Indians have asked him to do. Very quietly, is putting together some great numbers. 9 starts already this year, has not lost yet. I mean, it's very impressive right now what he's done at that level.
All right, let's go over to Lake County now, right here just to the east of Cleveland, about 40 minutes away. Check out some of these young kids. There's some good ones, including Chun Chin, who continues to hit the cover off the ball. Last week's Midwest Batter of the Week has been on fire. Over the last 10 games, he's batting .341 with a homer, 7 RBI. His OPS is 1.059. As I said a couple of weeks ago, Jason, I don't think he's long for Lake County.
No, and he won't stick around that long in this league because of what he's doing offensively. Now, what you have to understand, too, as a catcher, you have to be able to call a game. And if he's going to be a starting catcher at the next level, he's got to make sure that he calls the right game. And I believe he's doing that right now because, when you're hitting that well, you take that and you put it behind the defense at the same time.
There's some other guys to watch, too. Trey Haley, great start for Lake County. And Jeremy Tice, nice to see him kind of getting back on the radar. Had a couple of issues last year, but Jeremy Tice right now starting to develop as the Indians hoped he would. Still a ways away, though.
He still is a ways away, but at the same time, he's doing what he needs to do at that level, little by little, put together, a good week, and then all of a sudden that builds off to 2 weeks, and then 3 weeks, and the next thing you know, you're promoted to the next level.
All right, lots more ahead here with Indians Minor League Magazine, including our Diamond of the Rough. And coming up next, he's making his way up the Indians system. After 2 winning seasons in Lake County, Aaron Holbert is now the chief of the K-Tribes. We check in with the Kinston skipper next as the Indians Minor League Magazine continues on SportsTime Ohio.
Beautiful. 26, 36 feet per second up.